The lady aimed to destroy her fiancé's reputation, stealing their clothes as he rendezvoused with the scheming woman, then forcibly dragging their carriage to the palace gate, intending to expose their scandal to the world. Facing this sudden turn of events, they were filled with dread. Yet when searching for the clothes, they discovered the garments had vanished, helplessly watching as the carriage was carried to the palace entrance. Little did they know the fourth prince had already seen through the lattice ploy. It turned out the lady was the Marquis' legitimate daughter, betrothed to the Prime Minister's son since childhood. But the man scorned the lady for only knowing martial arts and lacking grace, secretly colluding with the scheming woman, even plotting to poison the lady so the schemer could replace her. Unaware the lady was eavesdropping beneath the carriage. To teach them a lesson, the lady took their clothes, falsely claiming to others that the fourth prince's carriage was stuck in the alley will, scattering money, asking passers-by to help carry the carriage to the palace gate. The lady didn't know the fourth prince was right beside her, heading towards the palace gate with her maid, unexpectedly bumping into the fourth prince. However, the fourth prince didn't reveal his identity directly, letting the lady leave. Meanwhile, the carriage was also brought to the palace gate. The sudden change threw them into a panic. The man still deceived himself that as long as his father didn't know there was room to maneuver. Words barely out, he saw the prime minister approaching. The lady knew if she could ruin his son's reputation, their engagement would surely be broken. When the prime minister saw his scantily clad son, he flew into a rage. The scoundrel lied that his fiancée was inside the carriage. To the lattice, surprised, the man tarnished his own name. But the lady snatched a bow and arrow from a guard's hand, resolutely shooting at the carriage. This heart-stopping scene frightened the scheming woman into flee. The carriage, seeing the schemer inside the crowd, denounced their collusion. The prime minister furiously demanded severe punishment for the archer. Just as the lattice identity was about to be exposed, the fourth prince arrived in the nick of time, ordering the prime minister to withdraw the guards. The prime minister had no choice but to reluctantly retreat. Seeing the prime minister abruptly leave, the lady grew curious about the fourth prince's identity. She then removed her hairpin, expressing gratitude, and hastily departed. The fourth prince gazed at the lattice retreating figure, turning to request a marriage decree from the emperor. The emperor was overjoyed and immediately consented. The eunuch then conveyed the emperor's decree. This sudden turn of events left them utterly shocked. They angrily barged into the Marquis manor, publicly demanding to break the engagement with the lady. The lady showed no fear, tearing up the betrothal agreement on the spot, stating that with the man's shameful conduct, this marriage should be annulled by her to the Chen family. Seeing the lattice audacity, they immediately produced the junior minister appointment, furiously accusing her of shooting an arrow at the palace gate in contempt of imperial authority, ordering her punished on the spot, even wanted to sell the lady as a slave to vent their resentment. At the same time, the fourth prince hurried to the Marquis manor with betrothal gifts, intending to take the lady as his princess consort, not expecting to find the lady suffering humiliation from the prime minister's family, even being forced by them to disrobe.